Hey guys, it's Tyler Smith with Select Photographics back, and we're talking about the Director's Guide to Growing Your Photo Day Program. And today we're going to be talking about the 5 mistakes to avoid when choosing your photographer. And first of all, I want to say thanks to everybody for all of the awesome feedback that we've been getting, and I kind of getting blown away with it. Keep the emails coming though, I'm loving it. So again, the whole purpose of this is we're going to create an organized, hassle-free, and fun photo day. So let's go ahead and let's start with the mistakes to avoid when choosing a photographer. These are all pretty simple things that make a huge impact on growing your photo day program. So the first mistake that sometimes leagues will make is that they don't spend just a few minutes reviewing the 50 or more testimonials. So the first thing you need to do is require that any photographer bidding to work with your organization provides 50 or more testimonials, and then you got to take just a few minutes and read through those. The next one, kind of related, is not checking several references, especially the people that aren't listed. So let me explain. So obviously you're going to want to require references. The first thing you need to do is, 1, require it, but 2, you actually have to pick up the phone and call them and make sure that these are legitimate references, that these people do actually vouch for the person that they say is going to be a reference. But then there's a little more investigative work that you need to do. Most of the time, leagues will have, photographers will be working with leagues that you know they work with, but they didn't list them at a reference. And if that's the case, pick up the phone and call that league and ask them how their experience has been with that particular photographer. And the reason is, most leagues or most photographers aren't going to list a league as a reference if they know they've done a poor job there, or if they know that they're not going to speak highly of them. So you not only want to speak to the references that are going to tell you how great they are, it's also important to talk to the references that might not be so glowing. So do a little bit of investigative work there and try to talk to as many different leagues as possible before you make a decision on who you're going to work with. And the third mistake that sometimes is made is not investing 30 minutes to meet with them to ensure that they're quality people. You know, your gut will tell you whether or not it's a good decision to go with them. So do more than just have them submit a proposal. You do want to spend 30 minutes with them, go to lunch, go to coffee. Not that you need to spend hours with them, but you do need to at least meet them, shake their hand, get to know them a little bit, because they are going to have a large impact on your organization over the next few years or however long your contract might be. And the fourth mistake is that you don't require your photographer to complete background checks on all of their employees, not just the head photographer or the owner of the company, but every single person that's going to come into contact with your children must complete a background check. And a lot of Parks and Recs organizations, this will be mandated through the state. But if you're not a Parks and Rec, you too should abide by this. Most photographers who are of any size at all are already doing this. And the ones that aren't large enough yet, that they've been forced into doing any of this, they should be. So this isn't a huge undertaking. Basically, all it's going to take on your behalf is writing that into your RFP, your request for proposal, that you require all photographers and staff to have submitted to a background check and passed a background check. And then the photographer will do that. It's real simple process. It costs a little bit of money, but it is well worth it. And then not confirming that the images on their website are actually theirs. And I know this one sounds kind of silly, but when a photographer first starts out, oftentimes they will build a website using other people's images and play them off as though they're their own. So a real simple question to ask to get an idea of, is this a legitimate company or not, is, hey, I just wanted to make sure, are all those images that are on your website, did you take all those yourself? Because they're really great. And their answer will be yes, or well, I didn't take them all, but so-and-so did, or whatever their situation might be. That'll tell you a whole lot about them as a company and about their longevity in the business. So here's one last offer for you. The Photo Day scorecard system, yes, it's $97, but for you, it is still free, where we're going to come in and we will spend about 30 minutes over coffee. where we will guarantee to identify at least 3 areas that we can improve your photo day program, and we'll offer some easy to implement improvement strategies that you can then take back and use with your current photographer that you're using, or if you're in the process of making a switch to your new photographer. But we would love the opportunity to get to sit down with you and discuss your photo day program with you just a little bit more. So again, you can click below to schedule, and we've got one more installment that will be coming to you next week. But guys, it's sure been fun. Keep those comments coming. We really appreciate those. Shoot me an email, or you can fill out in the box down below. And if you haven't already, you can still download the guide. So just go ahead and click on there, and you can download that, and you can keep that copy for yourself. Thanks so much.